So, um, this is the beginning of the video where I'm going to modify these pickups, but I want you to hear it so you don't think it was a waste of time. So we'll just do a little of it right now. Here's the guitar acoustically. You won't hear it that loud there. And it's plugged in. I've got no effects on it right now. And there's no EQ. I haven't had to take the treble and turn it down and get rid of the ticky-tacky. There is no ticky-tacky. It's plenty loud, and it's only turned up a quarter of the way. There is no noise, no electrical noise, no just it's clean like a spleen. And there is no extra treble, there's no capacitors in the circuit here to reduce ticky-tacky, high frequency ring, all that stuff, because of the work that I've done to the pickups. So there's no reverb, no nothing on there, it's just what you're hearing. So I still have controls. I've accentuated the bass end of this just in the way I filled up the pickups. I did it on purpose. There's no need to get them to be quite this bassy, but it's just kind of like a Les Paul acoustic at this point, acoustically. I like it. And again, if it seems too bassy, we can cut some of that back. Can actually add treble. Anyway, now you're just hearing the guitar sustaining. But it's not feeding back, and it's quiet like a mouse. Well, this is about the worst piezo pickup system that I've ever really purchased. I bought three, I believe. I might have bought 6. They're inexpensive. They have potential. But if you put this in your guitar, you're going to be very unhappy. I've run into some major problems using what I feel was the best undersaddle pickup that's available. It was called the Slim Line, possibly the Thin Line. That would have been a play on words. One of them was an American product for Martin Guitars. Anyway, they were making these in China. They were exactly .060 or 062 thick, and I used them for at least 10 or 12 years, for the past 10 or 12 years, and they were wonderful. Lately, you could get them with this 1/8-inch jack on the other end and a mating connector, so you could just plug and play. So I bought about $100 worth and plugged and played, and this thing goes So I checked all of them. They go somehow they have screwed up the best pickup, the best undersaddle pickup that I could find. This thing had a lot of power. It didn't need a preamp, but it's useless. I'm throwing them away. I'm not going to try to get my money back because it's been 6 or 8 months since I bought them. I didn't have time to install them, and I did one last week. I went to do the demo, turned it on, and went, it's not a loud hum, but it's a hum. For testing, I went and plugged in some of my old units. I plugged in a new Telecaster, and no hum. No hum. Just quiet, like a mouse. Well, I plugged one of these in. No hum, quiet like a mouse. And I'm getting desperate for pickups, so I took and cut one of these off. I opened these up and attenuated the transducer. These things ring like a bell, like ting, 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 and like ticky-tacky. Oh, they're terrible. And they also use this foam on the back to make it conform to the wood on the inside of your guitar. It further degrades the ability of these transducers to work. I usually make my own. Anyway, I had one of these. It was ready to go, except I had to chop one off and fill it with epoxy. Fill the remaining two with epoxy. I did it, and it's wonderful. I'm going to do a demo shortly. I put it in a large lap steel acoustic guitar. Anyway, I'm going to modify this in case you bought some. You'll need to do what I'm doing in order to use them. And we'll actually put this in a guitar and see how it sounds. So next thing I'm going to do is pop the lids off at 2. I'm going to cut one off, and we're going to put some 5-minute epoxy inside of these things right on top of the transducer. So it's a regular old guitar amp, and here's the system in question. Turn the amp on. We're going to turn it up and listen for hum. No hum. We got feedback. I'll hold it out here. But it's quiet as a mouse. And they're active. Turn the reverb off. Anyway, it's quiet as a mouse. And hear that tick tick? These things are deadly. I mean, you're not going to... Anyway, we're going to try to modify these to make them into good transducers. So, this is not for the faint of heart. Just remember, these things are cheap, and they're not any good unless you fix them anyway, so what the hell. I just popped these lids. There. The lid just pops right off. Let's see, yep, you can see what I'm doing. I'm just using just about anything that'll work itself into this crack. The crack is fairly visible. That's better. Come on now. Just, come on. The adhesive is black. It bears a resemblance to what we call black max in the industry world. Industrial adhesive. Come on. Come on. There we go. Now, this one is delaminated from the bottom, I believe. Yes. So it's not really that secured to the bottom. We'll fix that too. Here's a little string of the adhesive. Now, we'll zoom in one of them. So see the size of these. This is what I use. I build my own assemblies using this as the heart instead of this. These things, one of these will drive a regular amplifier or a PA without any batteries. They're really good if you attenuate them and install them correctly. The secret, which I found through years of screwing around, is to restrain the top half of this transducer. The top half is interacting with its environment too. And by putting a glob of either crazy glue or epoxy on the top of this thing, it loses that tiki. It just kind of makes it go away and gives you that good middle and bottom and retains the power. So we're going to put some epoxy in here. But first, I'm going to put some crazy glue in this one and let it dry because it's not really attached that well to the bottom. We'll be back. So we're just going to... I've let the crazy glue dry, I believe. Yes. Anyway, I'm putting equal amounts by eye. This will do this one too. And if I need more, I'll stick a little more in there. Who knows? Okay, mix it up. Probably use a little more. My experience with piezo ceramic materials includes engineering piezo ceramic based transducer, the complete package for an ultrasonic level indicating and reading device made by Arizona Instruments for reading the levels of motor fuel tanks, supply tanks, you know, the ones under the ground, USTs. And the transducers I was using were approximately 10 times the power of these. Well, they had to drive a signal through 15 feet of diesel or gasoline or alcohol and read the return signal through a... I'm going to put a little more in there. Excuse me. I'm going to put a little more in there. Why not? It's an experiment. It's always an experiment. It's an endless experiment. I'll just go in here and take this stuff off. This is the release paper. You take this off if you want to use it with this goop tape on here. What they're trying to do is cushion the ticky-tacky, apparently, in addition to offering a way to stick it on the top. I'm just peeling the stuff off. The transducer's on the other side of this. And it's been all puskied into place and everything, so it's very robust. Now I'll take a razor blade and scrape off most of what's there. I'm just I don't really need to scrape it down to the raw plastic and everything. I'm just making a reasonable attempt at giving myself a surface that will stick. And this stuff is stuck really good, so what the hey. Like I say, the ones that I make, the transducer is not in a housing. The guitar becomes the housing. It makes sense to me. Very low mass. There's no effect on the sound at all when you do that. This really won't have an effect either. Okay. Now we get the guitar up here on the bench and pull out the bogus under saddle transducer that I just installed, which required me to take a 1/16 of an inch, actually 70 thousandths, off the saddle. Now I gotta make a new saddle. Meow. We'll be back. I'm going to put one of these in at a time. A 5-minute Tosky. And we'll just mix it up, you know. And we're going to let it sit out here for 4.5 minutes, more or less. I'll test the tackiness of this. I've already used a bridge pin. Stick a bridge pin in here, stick your hand in there, and make sure this area of the bridge plate is smooth and unencumbered, and it was. And repeat that for over here. So there's going to be one of these under here and one under here. This is the original bridge plate, I believe. It's been a while. I think I have video of the bracing of this guitar. I rebraced it, I'm sure. You can look that all up on my YouTube channel. There isn't really a need for excess stuff here. I'm going to take a little off. If I was daring, I'd put it on the other one too, but I always do one at a time. It's getting kind of tacky, ticky-tacky. I know where I'm going in here, and I also use this bridge pin for to help me locate where I am. See, I just touched the bridge pin. Boop, boop, boop. So that's right where one of my fingers are. I'm feeling the bridge plate, and this baby is right where I want it. I'll just hold it here for the next 20 minutes. No, it won't take that long. We're looking for quiet. When we're not playing it, and we're looking for a nice response when we are playing it. Turned on. And it's already turned up a quarter. It's turned up a half. All right. It's quiet. And you'll notice there's no ticky-tacky. Probably a little loud, but the transducers have actually been toned down on their treble response to where I'm actually adding a little treble and taking some bass off. So the whole ticky-tacky thing is gone, man.